Say, your first $10,000 is worth more than your first million, and I'm about to prove it. Right now, 63% of Americans couldn't cover a $500 emergency without going into debt. But here's what nobody talks about. That first $10,000 doesn't just change your bank account. It rewires your entire psychology around money. And once you understand this, everything else becomes easier. Wit. Layoffs hitting record numbers and job insecurity at an all-time high. I'm seeing the same pattern everywhere. People chase big numbers, the six figures, the 401k, the investment portfolio. But they're building on sand. Because without that foundation, one emergency destroys everything. But it gets worse. Imagine this. Your car dies, $1,200 to fix. You don't have it, so you put it on the card. 24% interest. Now, you're paying $300 extra just in interest. 3 months later, your laptop breaks. Another $800 on the card. Then your dog needs a vet visit. $600. Suddenly you're $3,000 in debt, and you haven't even paid for the original emergency yet. You're not living here surviving. Trapped. This is the debt trap. And the only way out is the $10,000 rule. Here, S, the psychological breakthrough. Stay. The difference between someone with $0 saved and someone with $10,000 saved is U&D, just the money. It's the complete transformation of their decision-making, stress levels, and relationship with money. Let me show you why. And if this is already clicking for you, hit that like button. We're just getting started. When you have zero saved, every single day starts with anxiety. Your brain is in constant threat detection mode. Neuroscience calls this scarcity mindset. Sure. Your prefrontal cortex, the part that makes smart, long-term decisions, literally shuts down. You're operating on survival mode. Fight or flight. Every single day. But here's where it gets interesting. The moment you hit that $10,000 mark, everything changes. Your brain switches from survival mode to opportunity mode. You stop making fear-based decisions and start making wealth-based decisions. Why specifically? $10,000. Covered job loss. You have breathing room. But here's what really happens. When you have that buffer, you negotiate better. You take that better job that requires relocation. You leave toxic work environments. You invest in yourself. You're not desperate. And not being desperate is the ultimate financial superpower. 4. Why is your first $10,000 worth more than your first $100,000? Because of diminishing returns. Going from $0 to $10,000 takes you from trapped to free. That's infinite value. Going from $100,000 to $110,000. You barely notice. Maybe you take a slightly nicer vacation. I've seen people with $500,000 in retirement accounts have panic attacks over a $2,000 emergency. I learned this the hard way. 3 years ago, I was making $75,000 a year. Sounds good, right? But I had zero saved. And when my company did layoffs, I was terrified. I took the first job I could find. Bad culture, lower pay, desperate decision. Fast forward. I rebuilt, but this time I saved that $10,000 first. And when my next company had layoffs, I negotiated a severance. Took 2 months to find the right job. Increased my salary by 30%. Same situation. Completely different outcome. The only difference? That $10,000 safety net. I don't care if you think you can't afford it. You'll adjust. Humans always do. 2. Separate account. Different bank. Make it slightly inconvenient to access. This is not your fun money. This is your freedom money. You start to see the possibility. At 5,000, you're addicted. The anxiety starts melting. And 7,500 to 10,000, you'll get there fast because you've changed. Your spending habits shifted. Your identity shifted. You're no longer someone who's broke. You're someone who's building wealth. But I know what you're thinking. I have debt. Should I pay that off first? Here's the truth. Save your first $1,000 first, then attack debt. 'Cause without a buffer, one emergency puts you right back in debt. Back with that cushion, you can actually make progress. Think of it as putting on your own oxygen mask first. You can't help your future self if you're suffocating now. And here's what's wild. That $10,000 is just the beginning. Once you have it, everything else becomes possible. You can invest. You can take calculated risks. You can build real wealth. But it all starts here. With that first $10,000. This isn't just an emergency fund. It's the foundation of every financial decision you'll ever make. So here's my challenge to you. Today, right now, open a separate savings account. Name it Freedom Fund. Transfer $50. I don't care if it's $25. Just start. Because 6 months from now, you'll have over $1,200. A year from now, over $2,400. 2 years, you're at $5,000. And suddenly, you're not the same person anymore. You're not paycheck to paycheck. You're not trapped. You're free. Because here's what I know for certain. A year from now, you'll either wish you'd started today, or you'll be thanking yourself that you did. The only difference is what you do in the next 24 hours. If you're ready to build your $10,000, comment freedom below. Let's build this together. One last thing nobody talks about. When you finally hit that $10,000 mark, you'll sleep different. I'm serious. That 3 a.m. anxiety about money, gone. That Sunday dread about the work week, reduced. That constant background stress humming in your brain, quiet. And that feeling that peace is worth more than any number in your account. Your first $10,000 isn't about the money. It's about freedom. It's about options. It's about becoming the person who makes decisions from abundance, not desperation. And it starts with a single step. Today. If you want more content like this money psychology, practical strategies, no BS, subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'm dropping a new video on the exact savings automation system I use this Thursday. Hit the like button if this changed how you think about money, and drop a comment. What's your first savings goal? Let's build a community of people taking control. Remember, your first $10,000 is worth more than your first million. Because it's not about the money. It's about who you become, earning it.